think that'll just have to do, though. 65 int is, sure some amount of int, though. I just want to do a quick, looky-loo, make sure everything is proper. Make sure there's not like a lightning damage thing still hanging around. Oh, you know what we could do for... See if there's anything that gives mana. Because mana and damage would be really cool. Like that one. Do 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 boom 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 boom. Seeing a pattern here of physical void and poison on these wides. And I think the oneers are like ward on use, healing effectiveness, and health regen. Oh, let's go with that one. Because I think I'm gonna... Actually, I think we need to keep that. Because it's... Well, it drops it only to 73. $301. Excellent. If this goes poorly, I'm actually going to put these in the sorcerer section. See if I need more void res. Anyway, yeah, that's that. Man, I really hope that circular saw going on next door is not audible. One last thing I want to see is I'm going to type in the word doubled. All cold damage. Lightning, 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 and lightning. Oh, okay. I guess it would be the fire doubling is on these. The 3 wides. Which I don't think I can integrate in that puzzle piecing over there. Oh no, there's a lightning damage one right there. Maybe I just don't have... Like, just haven't had the ones drop. Yeah. See, the problem is... I mean, that is only 2 fire damage. Because I'm like, can I have a third one of these in here even? Here, hang on. I really want the leech, the channel leech in there is the thing. Which I think, ooh, it is on these. That's increased fire aura damage. That could be worth it. And then we have that one spot open. I know what we can do. Increase damage over time. That sounds cool. Just so that way we're overcapping our void by a tiny bit. $301 mana. That should give us the increased fire damage. We have 5, 15. All right. Okay, so... $12-minute mark. Guide. Let's go. I have switched to the fire sorcerer disintegrate. Fire disintegrate sorcerer. Screwed it up already. So, I was doing lightning before. I'm doing fire now. The reason is I had an item drop that was pointed out to me in my Discord that is really good for mitigating damage on mages, and it has helped a lot with the character. Transient Rest boots have the 50% of current mana gained as ward when you stop moving. So we have 301 mana. When we stop moving, we get 150 ward every 2 seconds. Basically, we have a constant 150 ward on top of our health. And it is really helpful for mitigating damage when we stop to throw a spell. This is feedbacking into my choice of jumping over to fire. I am also running the Gambler's Fallacy instead of just a random amulet, because the Gambler's Fallacy benefit on the disintegration beam is really good, combined with Ignifar's head. It is kind of a no-brainer combo. I wasn't doing it before just because I wanted to try it without it, but it works really well. So we are running that 1-2 punch of items. So we're going to start, though, after that little intro with the skills. Obviously, Chief here is Disintegrate, which we are running the Infernal Ray node. So it's a pure fire beam now. Go 3 points on Magnify. We have Escalation, Amplification, Intensify maxed out, and Unbridled Power maxed out. And then we go down through Galvanized Defense, Searing Plasma into Twin Beam and Subvention. This helps with our mana when we're fighting large groups. 8 mana on kill is actually pretty significant when you have a lot of tiny things, and you can kind of use Disintegrate as a pseudo mana restorer ability when you encounter lots of tiny little things. Great for arenas if you're not stuck kiting. But yeah, and then we have stored power as our last point. Stored power could probably go anywhere else you see fit. And I did have one extra point, which I just threw on Presidium for that little bit extra of ward generation while we're channeling. It's not a lot. It's 5 a second, but it's ward. The only other thing I could maybe consider going for is extension to increase the range. We don't need the fire aura. I think it's maybe too many points to go for Dragon Tongue. It might be something to consider in the future, though, as an alternate to something else in here. Like maybe as an alternate to Unbridled Power. I don't know. I have found that this Disintegrate setup, both in lightning and fire, has just worked for me. So the twin beams that intensify just feels really nice. Meteor is the other DPS skill we're going for. And I need to respec some points because I was just trying it out. And I don't actually know if I want to do Meteor as my other attack skill. I don't like, by the way, Arcane Ascendance. But if you find it okay, by all means, do Arcane Ascendance as that last skill. I like having a couple options for throwing out damage. And when I was doing the lightning build, we had Static Orb, which we obviously can't run because we're doing fire now. So I decided to try some things out, and Volcanic Orb worked really well. It actually might be what I go with in the long run. I don't know exactly yet. But Fireball, Volcanic Orb, and Meteor are all options. So, yeah. It's fine. It's really good for popping things that are out of your reach of Disintegrate. Very specifically enemies off screen. You can just cluster bomb them with the meteors. I think for the last 3 points, I'm going to go for the shrapnel. Yeah, maybe all 3 points on the shrapnel. Just so it hits a big area. And where you have the cluster meteor shower thing. And I kind of realized this last night when I was testing this out. I basically made my character from Grim Dawn from like way back. Even my character from Grim Dawn, like right at the end, was a fire Albrecht's Aether Ray character with devastation. And I basically made that here. But yeah, we'll level this up today on stream and try out Shattering Star. Alternatively, I might go up to the crit nodes and make it just one big meteor, but haven't completely committed to that yet. My point is here with Meteor, I think rotating the 5th skill on this could be whatever you're comfortable with. I just want another DPS skill. I could even maybe consider doing Black Hole, even though its mana cost can get ridiculous. I don't have a committed last ability quite yet. Teleport, I'm running a very defensive teleport. We go for the stun immunity node through Tunnel Finder, Mana Tunnel, Time Dilation, and Crystalline Passage. And then I have all of the ward builders with Ether Barrier into Out of Body, Stable Bubble, and Out of Mind. Focus, I am going for the ward nodes in Mind Shell, Everward, and Mind's Shield. Of course, we go for Energy Infusion to haste after channeling. And I went the full null infusion route. In case we get thrown into the negative, which can happen, we can very quickly get it back. An alternate setup I'm also maybe considering is the Ignite setup, or going for armor and all res while channeling, just so the channel doesn't get like bashed in the face too hard. And then Flame Ward, get the double Flame Ward charges up through there. I went down and grabbed 1 point on Prismatic Buffer because it's a % reduction. And we went for Fire Aura with the increased Fire Aura damage. That will help us deal extra damage to things close by, because with Ignifar's Head, whenever we channel anything, we get a Fire Aura. And it just is more damage for a Fire Aura. By the way, that does also include channeling up your focus. Something to keep in mind with this character is focus is technically a source of damage. So gearing, like I said, Gambler's Fallacy, Ignifar's Head, and Transient Rest are our 3 uniques. Transient Rest is amazing. I wish I knew about this thing earlier, and I would have gone for more boots, because, I mean, just look at, we just get ward just for taking steps, and it's great.
Gold won't save you.
So we can just take those steps and then go and start beaming, and we have ward for it. And then obviously Ignifar's Head and Gambler's Fallacy combo, like I mentioned earlier. So other gear, I mean, really it's whatever you feel you need or want. I, on a chest piece for Sorcerer, am always going to want the extra charge on Flame Ward, because having 3 Flame Ward charges means we can use it pretty much for every enemy group. And that dexterity, not exactly what I'd want in that spot, but giant boost to int for the ward retention and spell damage, and then like it's just standard okay chest. My helmet, there's still some forging potential. I don't remember if I actually maxed everything out here. Oh yeah, we can get a little more health and cooldown. I might take and try to shunt that cooldown into a sealed node and maybe go for another DPS-y thing if we can get a +2 if we can get a +2, maybe, I don't think I have one. I don't. If we can get maybe a +2 a skill we use, I might go for that, because I don't think I have any that are really helpful here. Level of enchant weapon, focus, teleport. Nah. So I would want something, actually, focus or teleport might be good. Don't know. But yeah, I have 10 foraging potential I can use on that to either boost what's there, or like I said, try to shunt something into another section and add another line to that. The weapon we have is a scepter, actually, just because it has the spell damage and fire damage, and just high chance to ignite health on kill. It does everything I want, but it's on a scepter, so I'd probably go for a wand over this, but, you know, if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Standard belt, I'm doing a 5 potion belt. Rings, crit chance, fire damage. This is a ring from the previous iteration of this character, so it still has the lightning damage. But I would probably go for an ivory ring with crit and fire damage. I like having the big endurance threshold, though. That is pretty helpful. Post 1 to disintegrate on a relic. Resistances on the relic. Increased elemental damage over time. All around, again, it's just a solid relic. Only thing I don't have exalted yet are my gloves, because they just haven't dropped yet. But we got the crit chance on the gloves. And remember, with Ignifar's Head, crit chance is raw damage for us. So, we want to have stacks and stacks of crit chance to feed the beam. Passives. Passives, in the mage section, Elementalist, Mage Flurry, and Knowledge of Destruction. Boost those up. I boosted up Scholar a bit for the mana. I might go back for Arcanist. We only have, what, 8 levels left? Yeah, we only have 8 levels left, so I'm not certain I want to throw 7 of those levels on that. Calculated Destruction, 4 points on Brainstorm, max out Mana Shell, max out Wisdom, max out Pyromancer, max out Lavamancer, 5 points on Arcane Insight to get the 1 Elixir of Knowledge, max out Recollection, max out Archmage, max out Crackling Precision, and max out Arcane Obliteration. Last 8 points. I don't know, man. Inferno? Brainstorm? Spellslinger? Elemental Ascendance? I don't know about Afterglow. Although, we are using Meteor. Because we could Meteor, get the double spell damage boost, and a beam. That's something to think about. Oh, and I put 6 points on Elemental Affinity in the Spellblade. Oh, right. I could make an argument for 1 point on Flamewalker. Well, it'd probably be multiple points to get over to Incinerating Aura, because our Fire Aura up pretty much all the time, and that's just damage. Something to think about. But yeah, I feel like I'm finding a good disintegrator going with this. And next, I'm gonna do some streaming today, obviously. And in that streaming, I will be doing this character. And if it goes well, you'll know, because both this guide and that stream will be on the channel. And if you want the gameplay, it's gonna be in the stream. So thanks for watching this, and I will see you guys next time. I don't know.